another episode of
Noonie Narrations.
Noonie Narrations. Today, as usual, we are going to be continuing George's Marvelous Medicine, and we're halfway through the book. We're here: the pig, the bullocks, the sheep, the pony, and the nanny goat. Long chapter. So, are you ready? Let's get into the book. Chapter 9. The pig, the bullocks, the sheep, the pony, and the nanny goat.
Long chapter name.
At that moment, George's mother came back from shopping in the village. She drove her car into the yard and got out. She was carrying a bottle of milk in one hand and a bag of groceries in the other. The first thing she saw was the gigantic brown hen towering over little George. She dropped the bottle of milk. Ooh. Then Grandma started shouting at her from the rooftop. And when she looked up and saw Grandma's head sticking up through the tiles, she dropped the bag of groceries.
How about that then, Mary?
Grandma shouted.
I'll bet you've never seen a hen as big as that. That's George's giant hen, that is.
But, stammered George's mother.
It's George's magic medicine.
Grandma shouted.
Both of us had it, the hen and I.
But how in the world did you get up on the roof? Cried the mother.
I did it!
Cackled the old woman.
My feet are still standing on the floor in the living room.
This was too much for George's mother to understand. She just goggled and gaped. She looked as though she was going to faint. A second later, George's father appeared. His name was Mr. Killicranky. Mr. Cranky was a small man with bandy legs and a huge head. He was a kind father to George, but he was not an easy person to live with because even the smallest things got him all worked up and excited. See, here's the mom. He's short. Look at his face. He's stubby. And here's the bottle of milk. Oh, it broke. And here's the groceries. The hen standing in the yard was certainly not a small thing. And when Mr. Cranky saw it, he started jumping about as though something was burning his feet.
Great heavens!
He cried, waving his arms.
What's this? What happened? Where did it come from? It's a giant hen. Who did it?
I did, George said.
Look at me!
Grandma shouted from the rooftop.
Never mind about the hen. What about me?
Mr. Cranky looked up and saw Grandma.
Be quiet, Grandma,
he said. It didn't seem to surprise him that the old girl was sticking up through the roof. It was the hen that excited him. He had never seen anything like it. But what about Grandma's size? But then who had?
It's fantastic!
Mr. Cranky shouted, dancing round and round.
It's colossal. It's gigantic. It's tremendous. It's a miracle. How did you do it, George?
George started telling his father about the magic medicine. While he was doing this, the big brown hen sat down in the middle of the yard and went cluck, 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 cluck. Everyone stared at it. When it stood up again, there was a brown egg lying there. The egg was the size of a football.
Ooh.
Big. Actually pretty small. Just this big. Well, it's actually pretty big because imagine the actual size of the hen. But then a football is actually pretty small. That egg would make scrambled eggs for 20 people, Mrs. Cranky said.
George,
Mr. Cranky shouted,
how much of this medicine have you got?
Lots, George said. There's a big saucepan full in the kitchen, and this bottle here is nearly full.
Come with me.
Mr. Cranky yelled, grabbing George by the arm.
Bring the medicine. For years and years I've been trying to breed bigger and bigger animals. Bigger bulls for beef, bigger pigs for pork, bigger sheep for mutton.
They went to the pigsty first. George gave a spoonful of medicine to the pig. The pig blew smoke from its nose and jumped about all over the place. Then it grew and grew. At first it looked like this. A small, ordinary-sized pig with smoke.
Are you sure that's ordinary?
Yeah, it's just closer to the camera.
Camera. Camera.
In the end, it looked like this. Giant pig, small people.
Look at the size difference.
I think I broke the walls or something. They went to the herd of fine black bullocks that Mr. Cranky was trying to fatten for the market. George gave each of them some medicine, and this is what happened. Black smoke everywhere coming from who knows where. And this guy sticking out its tongue. See, look how big they are. And this is how small they are. It would be scary, honestly. Then the sheep. Look at them. And this is the last sheep that George is giving the medicine to. Normal sheep to ginormous, as big as clouds. He gave some to his gray pony, Jack Frost.
From that movie. I forgot what it was called.
Why gray then?
Jack Frost.
Giving the medicine, getting bigger, and then his nostril is as big as his hand. Imagine a nostril as big as my hand. Then imagine how big they would have to be. See? As big as his hand.
Who knows, maybe he's shorter than you. Or taller.
Your hand is basically the same size as me.
No, see, look at the difference.
See? And finally, just for fun, he gave some to Alma the nanny goat. Giving it steam coming out of the nose, running around, and doing sparkle blinkies.
Huh?
Bigger and squabbling its hands.
Squabbling its hands.
Like a dead cockroach. He's running away from it. And this is the end result. Like as taller than the tree, actually. Taller than the
A
biggest
giraffe
tree.
size.
Yeah, imagine giving it to the giraffe though.
Oh no. That's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification button, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye. Bye. You have a weird okay.